The first step, I tie this telephone wire like this. I make a tie, so it will stay here. So this is the first step I do. Make sure the metal don't touch each other. And second step is I want to not cutting the wire but making this metal exposed. You use this and you use also the knife. So use this just a knife, strip the plastic, make sure it doesn't cut the metal off, but expose the copper. Okay, and to do the place whenever you want to test the moisture, say on this spot or any other spot here. And if you have a multiple, you just have another one, say tight here, and expose the wire same way and clip. Use the knife, expose the wire here. So just in theory, that will work. And if you're not interested in here, say raining season, you have a crawl space or basement, you're concerned of flood, what you can do is you can say have a wire here and have this is a yogurt container, and put a wire here and just put a rag to secure it. If there's a flood here, and make sure this wire is exposed, and the plastic is make sure usually it doesn't get a short here. So if there's a water here, and this sensor will tell you that it's flooded. So that way you can monitor your basement or crawl space. Some other way to mount the sensor, for example, you can put a bare metal into one cloth and then put just use the cloth, insulate this, and then rub this, and then the sensor you can put in a small gap, or you can use a masking tape to fasten to some other surface. The same you can do for other material like this foam. You put one metal into this and the other one into the other one, and then you can fasten this somewhere. And if you're concerned of fire, you can use this kind of material, just insulator, and put one here, one there, and then tape it or put in a small gap that you're trying to measure the moisture. But whatever you do, remember this is supposed to be for dry condition. If you really have a moist condition, the copper will get rust. Then in that situation you need to use a galvanized material. So the next step is we're trying to do an experiment, and this is a meter, a multimeter. You select to ohm. When you select ohm, you are testing the resistance. And here we have a red and black wire exposed. So I'm going to connect the black and red to the meter, and you're going to see there's a change on the resistance. So currently is infinite. There's really nothing. If I use a Kleenex, for example, dab some water here. So you dab a little bit water here. See that this is changing. So once it's changed, you know there are water here. If I let it go, see, it's no. So that means the sensor working. The next step is this. You have to really use a meter to monitor. What do you do if you really want immediate attention. That's easy. Think about what kind of device that will help you to alert you. Here is a smoke detector. It's a regular smoke detector. And there's something called a test. See, if you press this, it will test whether your smoke detector is still working. What you do is you open this and find the point that press. There are two contacts here. One wire is here. You probably should solder. I'm just trying to do a quick demonstration here. And to demonstrate, once you have a moisture, the smoke detector will alarm you, and so you can restart your pump or see, it will start. So what do you do if you not doing an experiment? The real thing is very easy. Have a dry sock. Have a dry sock and tie here. You make a tie here. So if there's a flood on this pipe, this sock will get wet and smoke detector will fire. Okay, so there are many interesting applications you can have with the smoke detector. Just remember, you probably should do some soldering here, or if you can have a way, like, you know, I have a clamp, just connect that. This doesn't really hurt. If you have a smoke detector next to your water heater, for example, just wire your sensor to the water heater, just in case water heater leak, you can have a smoke detector alarm you. If you like this video, please comment on your application. This is a great way to use the smoke detector, maybe for some pranks.